Nestled in the vast silence of a rugged mountain landscape, this modern home rises as a bold yet peaceful gesture, a fusion of elemental strength and architectural calm. Built for stillness, but shaped by grandeur, this house becomes a place where peace and power coexist in perfect equilibrium, setting the tone for an extraordinary living experience. Set upon a solid stone foundation that seems to grow directly from the bedrock, the house is grounded both physically and symbolically in its environment. The raw stone base connects the home to the mountain's unshakable core, giving a sense of stability and timeless presence. The house's silhouette is defined by bold, clean lines that contrast with the rugged forms of surrounding cliffs. A composition of horizontal planes and sharp vertical cuts rises into the blue, asserting human order against the wild geometry of nature. Charcoal concrete, blackened steel, and weathered wood are the home's primary materials, chosen to reflect the tones of rock, forest, and shadow. Their tactile richness speaks to the rawness of the surrounding mountains, while their refined treatment signals modern sophistication. Facing the valley below, the long facade stretches with a sense of serenity, an uninterrupted line of glass framed by deep eaves. It invites the view inward and reflects the power of the landscape back into the living spaces. Approaching the home, visitors cross a bridge-like entry path over a shallow reflecting pool that mirrors the sky and peaks. The design suggests levitation, an arrival that feels both grounded and ethereal. Inside, the great room is anchored by a monumental fireplace clad in honed black stone, while floor-to-ceiling windows invite the drama of the landscape to flood the space with shifting light and shadows throughout the day. Though minimalist in its lines, the interior speaks warmth through its textures, wide plank oak flooring, hand-troweled plaster walls, and soft wool textiles create a sense of comfort that balances the openness of the architecture. The kitchen extends along the northern facade with panoramic glazing behind the counter, so cooking becomes a meditative act conducted in full view of distant ridges and the slow-moving sky. An elegant dining space sits beneath a single, exposed beam running the length of the room, its weight and linearity drawing the eye back toward the mountains. The table, crafted from salvaged wood, echoes the past in a home designed for the future. The living room's layout emphasizes connection. Furniture is low and arranged to frame the horizon, not compete with it. A floating hearth visually anchors the space without disrupting the line between home and landscape. Strategic emptiness defines the home's interior planning. Void spaces between structural elements provide moments of quietude, allowing the architecture to breathe and giving inhabitants mental space to reflect. Architectural cutouts in the form of clerestory and slot windows are aligned with specific mountain peaks, turning each view into a curated piece of natural art, constantly changing with light, weather, and season. The bedroom wing is tucked away along the quiet side of the house, where the terrain rises steeply and trees provide shade. Here, rest is sacred, ensured by thick insulation, dark finishes, and minimal furnishings. The master bedroom is sunken slightly below the rest of the house, its walls partially enclosed by earth, giving it a cocooning effect. A large sliding door opens to a private deck with direct views of the sunrise cresting the mountain tops. The master bath becomes a sanctuary of ritual, where a freestanding tub is set before an operable glass wall, allowing one to bathe in both water and morning air as the mists drift across the trees. An internal courtyard at the heart of the home gathers breezes and light. Enclosed on 3 sides, it's a protected outdoor space where wind whispers and leaves rustle, designed for meditation, yoga, or silent reflection. A small workspace sits at the far end of the home, facing a particularly secluded section of the ridge. With only a desk, a chair, and a floor-to-ceiling window, the space is an homage to solitary thought. At dusk, subtle recessed lighting and the glow of the fireplace create a sense of intimacy. The home transforms into a warm lantern in the wilderness, a haven of comfort and beauty after sundown. Expansive terraces cantilever from the main volume, floating above the slope and opening to the vast sky. These platforms extend the living experience into the air, offering a place to feel the wind and watch passing clouds. The interior is sparsely decorated, a few sculptural chairs, hand-woven rugs, and monochrome photography. Each piece is chosen for harmony with the space, allowing architecture and landscape to remain the stars. Large sliding glass doors disappear into wall pockets, erasing the boundary between inside and out. The home breathes with the mountains, embracing changing weather and seasons as part of its rhythm. Landscaping is minimal and meditative. Tufts of mountain grass, granite boulders, and lichen-covered stones form a terrain garden that blends perfectly with the wild landscape beyond the home's footprint. A covered outdoor sitting area lined in warm cedar provides protection from rain while allowing sensory immersion. The smell of wood, the sound of water, and the vastness of open air combine in this elemental threshold. Acoustic control is integral to the house's design, with thick walls and sound-absorbing surfaces ensuring that silence becomes part of the experience, a luxury rarely appreciated until felt. This home doesn't hide from nature, it welcomes its full spectrum. Massive sliding shutters of steel can seal the house when winds whip through the mountains, turning the Serene home into a protective fortress. In the living room, a large operable skylight opens to the sky above. On clear nights, the home fills with starlight and moonlight, reconnecting the inhabitants with the cosmos in the stillness of the mountains. From the outside, the home looks like a fortress, but within, the mood is soft, tactile, and nurturing. This interplay of strength and comfort defines the emotional depth of the house's design. The materials and construction methods are chosen to weather beautifully: blackened steel that rusts with dignity, stone that gathers moss, and wood that silvers in the sun. This is a home designed to age into invisibility. Every spatial arrangement considers the movement of the sun, the prevailing winds, and the shifting colors of the landscape. The home is not just placed in the mountains, it is synchronized with them. Natural light is treated like a building material, sculpted through clear stories, angled walls, and shadow pockets. Throughout the day, light reshapes the interior, adding dimension and mood without ornament. Rather than impose itself, the house functions like a frame, selectively revealing moments of nature, guiding the eye, and celebrating views that might otherwise go unnoticed. Every corner, corridor, and clearing in this home is designed to encourage pause. Stillness is not an absence here, but a purpose, giving inhabitants space to listen to their thoughts and the whisper of the wind. From every angle, the house feels like it belongs to the mountains, not because it mimics them, but because it respects them. It stands alone not in defiance, but in dialogue with the powerful landscape around it. this home is not for everyone. It is for those who seek sanctuary, who find energy in stillness, and who believe that true luxury lies not in more, but in meaning. There is strength in its mass, but restraint in its detailing. It is a house that speaks softly, but stands unshaken, a portrait of quiet power in a world that often forgets how to be still. Every architectural decision leads to peace, whether in the softness of the materials, the purity of forms, or the alignment with nature. It is a place designed to heal, to shelter, and to inspire. In this mountain landscape, where storms roar and skies stretch endlessly, this modern home finds its identity in balance, between peace and power, between raw nature and refined design. It stands alone not as an escape from the world, but as a meaningful return to what matters most, a perfect vision for the world of Modo House.